Today we're going to work on one of Wing Chun Kung Fu and Jeet Kune Do's most core concepts, the simultaneous attack and defense. Stay tuned. What's going on, YouTube fam? Sifu Jimmy Manfredy here once again with my assistant Isaac Jones as usual. Today we're going to work on the simultaneous attack and defense. This is one of the core principles of Wing Chun Kung Fu and Jeet Kune Do, and even a few other martial arts in the world for that matter. And it's as simple as it sounds. It's literally attacking and defending at the same time. You know, kind of a give and a take, but you know, not in a 1-2 concept, more of a hit them all on one concept, okay? So for instance, the easiest example I can give you of that would be one of the simplest and most common and overly used techniques in all of Wing Chun and Jeet Kune Do, which is called Pak Sao, and it looks like this. Go, one, all right? So that's just the Pak Sao, slapping hand, okay? I'm sure you've seen that in not only Wing Chun, but probably a bunch of other techniques. I mean, you really don't have to have any martial knowledge to master this one, to be honest with you. You know, if you can be freaked out by something coming towards you, you're going to be able to slap it away. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to structure it, okay? He's going to throw the punch, 1, again, 2, again, 3. Now, here's a little caveat. I am not trying to push it down. I am not trying to push it all the way out. I'm not trying to push it at all. I'm trying to slap it real quick and clear the path. All right, so for instance, if he does it, soon as I'm done slapping, you can't see it from your angle right here, but if I bring it a little closer, okay, and he throws that punch, boom, you can see space is created almost instantaneously. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I don't want to hit his arm and pull it down. I don't want to hit it and pull it, you know, too far in, you know, because that's going to make me get off balance. Okay, so for instance, if I do that and he decides to yank his arm down, I'm going to go with it. Why? Because I'm actually focused more on grabbing it than I am slapping it. All right, so I want to literally just boom, and if I create this big of a space, that means I not only stopped it, I possibly hurt him. You know, it's going to sting and he's going to kind of back up and be like, what the heck, or whatever, and it's going to make him think about throwing another one. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to utilize that same one, okay, but we're going to add a strike to it, which would be considered da, which is a common term for strike, okay? In this case, the strike is going to be a punch. So we're going to be here, boom, again, boom. Okay, so as you can see, it's one shot. As soon as he throws it, boom, I'm going straight in with my own strike. Okay, now again, boom, straight in with my own strike. I'm not touching him with this hand anymore. Now, what can happen, okay, is people will get a little anxious. You're in a fight, obviously, you're going to be a little anxious. And when they do it, they'll still do that. They'll still go down and hit. Now, it's a fight. If you can do it and it works for your advantage, or should I say towards your advantage, by all means, keep going, okay? Don't just go, I got him! Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. First, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. And second, everybody's gonna laugh. And third, you're going to get your ass handed to you because you're going to come right back after it and knock the hell out of you, okay? Because it's just, you know, boom. Oh, look, I hit him now. All right, so here he punches, boom, I hit. All right, so if I do that and it's going down, I'm hitting him though. I'm still not touching him because I pushed it downward in that case. Push it downward and I keep my hand here. Okay, and a makeshift Wu Sao, which is a guarding hand, which if you've ever seen a Wing Chun practitioner in their full-on guarded stance, you know, they have their arm out with a Mun Sao, asking hand, and a Wu Sao, guarding hand, which is about right around the crook of the arm, about a fist distance away from your chest. okay? So keep that in mind. Now, with that said, if we're just in a, street fight, boxing scenario, whatever, boxing mentality, because if you ever get into a street fight, everybody's a ghetto boxer. All right, so you're here and he throws that punch, boom, I hit. So if it goes down, I'm okay. I keep my hand there just in case he decides to try to bring an elbow up or something. I'm there guarded. All right, so but the goal is to hit it out as I go over the top and hit. Okay, so again, and go straight in. Now you're engulfing the center line, okay? It is not go out towards his left side, my right side, okay? And come here and hit with your body still facing that way. My center line, which is that imaginary line from the top of my head all the way to the ground, right in the center of my body, okay? If it's facing somewhere else and not him, I'm not utilizing it properly, okay? I may get lucky and, win and beat him and hit him as many times as I can with some wild movements. I want controlled movements. I don't want to have to tussle with someone, fight with someone, blow for blow, whatever, for longer than, anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds. That's the goal. Reality is up to you, but that's the goal. So when we're in this fight, and again, we're in fighting position now. That means aggression has already gotten to the boiling point. We're already engaged in a combat scenario. Both our hands are up. There's no telling what happened to get us here. It could have been a simple push. It could have been a sucker punch. And if it was a sucker punch, if you're still standing, fucker didn't have anything to hit you with anyway. So by all means, attack back quick. Now, anyway, we're going to be here. He's going to throw that punch. Boom. Nice. And again, boom. Nice and quick. Again, boom. Nice and quick. Boom. Nice and quick. Now, you could even do that on the inside of the hand. Now, it's dangerous though, okay? Because if you're going to utilize this one drill on the inside of the hand, I come in, he's got that hand, okay? He hasn't thrown it yet. And I don't know about you or what fights you've been in. Every fight I've ever been in, it's been always more than one strike, all right? Even though we drill one punch, then two punch, then three punches, or one punch, two punch, kick, one punch, two, three, kick, knee, whatever, we still want to practice one at a time at first and build from there. It's a pyramid of learning. You got to start from the building blocks and work your way up. All right, so when you go in, boom, all right, boom, boom. Now, this hand's still there. As I come in, he's going to throw that hand. I'm going to get hit. That's why it's dangerous, okay? Because if he does that 1-2 and I'm coming in, I'm going to meet that, especially if my intention is to punch him. All right? So I've seen a lot of people say, oh, you can come in to the inside and hit him. What about that hand? People forget about that hand. Yeah, I could do it real quick and get in and hit, but I'm going to eat one. All right? And I don't want to. It's a street fight. One hit can turn the tide in an instant. All right? So what we're going to do is at the moment we come in and he starts to throw that punch, I'm going to put my hand up. Okay? So again, now I'm in. All right? So now we're going to get into the third form ideology, which is the BOG form. All right? It's technically called thrusting fingers, but in it, it has elbows. Okay? So in this particular case, I'm using this elbow, okay, to protect my head, all right? And it's coming off of this one shot, because now I see it coming. Boom, okay? Now, how high you get your elbow depends on, what you're trying to do with it. I'm going to try to get a shot in as I'm blocking, which it's still going to hurt, okay? You're still going to get hit, whether it's hitting your hand, the back of your hand, which is going to suck if it hits the back of your hand. It's going to hit either the back of your hand, your wrist, your arm, or even nip right here underneath your hand. You know, it depends on where you have your hand placed. You're still going to get hit by that hand. It's just not going to hit you with as much force, okay? So when you're doing it, remember that. You're going to get hit. It's not a catch-all. No guarding strike that has your hands here is going to be a catch-all. You're still going to get hit. It's still going to sting, but it's not going to like decimate you as, you know, not having something there would, okay? So again, you're going to come in. One, he's coming in. Boom. The goal is to hit him with the elbow in the chin or something, okay? And then from here, I can come right back out and punch. Again, come in with another one, okay? So kind of keeping that, you know, high guard, high kickboxing guard, you know, and then just elbows up, all right? Right in, okay? One, I can throw my elbow up this way, okay, into a bong sao position, but very high, which I don't normally like to throw a high bong sao, but in this case, I'm getting in close, so it's really an immobilizing one, all right? So it'd go in, and I can go right into the throat. Again, okay, nice and quick. All right, again, up in the chin, okay, in the gut, okay, the nuts, okay, back to the throat, but this time with my thumb going into the Adam's apple instead of just cupping it, going in with my thumb, as you can see, all right, or don't even strike. I come in, boom, you know, and I hold him. All right, I just push everything in, and I've got his back and the front. So I come in a little closer. I've got his chin in my hand, and I've got my hand on the small of his back. Okay, so it may look like it's striking. Stay right there. Slow, one, right? It's like I'm throwing an elbow sharply out this way, okay? So 1, 2, 1, 3, and I'm holding, all right? This hand here is gonna drop as I do that, okay? Turn this way, all right? So 1, 2, all right? So the goal is I'm trying to get over the top, wrap around. You know, you've probably seen in a freaking shit ton of movies where somebody throws that punch or something and they throw it nice and wide, you know, and they just come up under and they and then punch them in the chest or the face or something. All right. Now, although it's been used in a crap ton of movies because it's a really good screen accurate technique, or should I say screen impressive technique, it can be utilized in reality when done properly, which has to be in a very close quarter, all right? Tight net situation where I'm trapping up above the elbow, all right? If I do it here, he can, go ahead, he can drop his elbow real quick and twist out of it. But if I come up behind the elbow, right, and then I tighten in, go ahead. He's got to really struggle to get out. All right. So here, go 1, 2. Now I've compromised his lower back. So when I just push, I dip him like he's at the prom. All right. So again, see what I mean? And watch how simple something like this can take place. He punches, my hands are down. Okay. Let's say my hands are down. Okay, now you see how good the pak sao is? All right, my hands are down, he throws it. That's it. Doesn't take much. Doesn't even take a lot of force for me to go in. Once I get the first one out of the way, I go straight in for the elbow. All right, go. That's it. I can go nice and quick, watch. Again. gets embarrassing for the guy doing it after a while. Like, oh my God, what? I can't get in. All right, so getting your hand up is nice and easy, okay? But again, this is simultaneous attack and defense. So when the first one comes in, 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, attack and defense. The first one doesn't need to be simultaneous attack and defense. Just one of your techniques do. If you're just trying to defuse the situation, by all means, just block, okay? To a certain extent. I mean, they are trying to hurt you. And if they're trying to hurt you, they can care less about your well-being, all right? But, again, confrontation is situational. Depends on why they're trying to hurt you. I mean, do you owe the money? Because then pay him, send him on his way. You know, were you talking shit? Apologize, send him on his way, okay? I mean, if you fuck this girl, you're on your own. Because that, I mean, personally, I'm not going to fight over something like that. If she let it happen, she can go with him. But that's another story, all right? But it all depends on the situation. You know, if this is a bar fight, you know, and he's got a few in him, you know, 50-50 chance there. He might back down, or, you know, he might, just because he's belligerently drunk, he might got that liquid courage in him, and he's going to fight just because he wants to show off he can fight, if he even can fight. Honestly, inebriated, you know, your senses are impaired. I've done drunken boxing, which we'll cover that in another video, just to kind of show you guys how it works. And even with the style drunken boxing ingrained in you, when you're actually inebriated, if you're a little too far gone, it's hard for you to react properly, okay? So the person, if he's inebriated, you know, I would recommend diffuse the situation, restrain the guy if you can. You know, I know it's easy to get popped in the face and immediately want to pop him back. You know, I'm not saying be a bitch and take it just because you're going to take it. I'm just saying, you know, if the situation it doesn't call for it, use your better judgment. That's what martial artists are. I mean, we train for this stuff. You know, I see a lot of YouTube videos and, you know, a lot of trolls commenting on people, you know, oh, well, you know, you're out of shape. You ain't no martial artist, or this is, you know, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it sloppy according to their own opinion, you know. And yet, you don't know what that person's capable of, you know. That person can probably knock you out in a second, probably kill you in a few seconds. You never know, so never judge a book by their cover. So situational. I mean, it's much easier for me to look at somebody I'm in a confrontation with and go, you know, I'm not sure what I did to piss you off. I apologize. You know, if it's in a bar, let me buy you a drink. That's the easiest way to diffuse it. I'll be honest with you. You know, hey, look, man, I'm sorry. Keep your hands up. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did to piss you off. Let me buy you a drink. But if he's still pissed off and he takes that shot, especially with your hands up, you're going to defend yourself much easier because he's still got to get past these hands. You know, and if his hand comes anywhere near it, you can do whatever you want. He throws that punch, boom, boom. You can hit, grab, take him down. Now, I said earlier I was going to show you something very easy. Do it again. 1, 2. You know, once I circle in behind him, okay, I don't necessarily have to push up. I can circle in behind him, grab him, pull him down. Now I've got his arm, you know, locked in, and I can do whatever I want. In this case, I'm going to knee him in the face, okay? So, and all that is block, up, down, around, come back up, right? As I pull it towards me and shoot up, I hit him in the neck and then pull him down. That's it, okay? Or block, block, okay? Come up under, and now he's in an even deeper hold. And his elbow is actually facing that way. His arm's nice and twisted. Smack the ground when you feel pain. Okay? All I'm doing is pushing in the opposite direction of his elbow. Okay? All right? So it's a little fancier way to do it. But again, depending on the situation, if the person is drunk, you can do it. If you're fast enough, you can do it on somebody who's sober. I personally would rather go restraint before strike, but it is called fighting. You know, defend yourself at all costs, okay? It's kind of like what the referees tell you in the middle of a boxing, kickboxing, or MMA match. You know, always keep your hands up. Always be ready to fight at all times. Keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So with that said, simultaneous attack and defense is just that. Engulfing your opponent's center line, keeping your center line on them, and attacking simultaneously with blocks and attacks, you know? Because even if you're sitting there, you know, I'm sure many of you seen Ip Man movies or any Kung Fu movie in existence where, you know, movement is still going, you know, you're going to keep going. I don't want to stop because I hit. I want to stop when my opponent's either on the ground, you know, knocked out, or on the ground subdued, or, you know, on his feet subdued, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. So when you're sitting there and he's throwing that punch, boom, I hit at the same time. Okay? Throws that punch again, boom, boom, boom. Do whatever you want. All right? So keep that in mind. Practice it. Keep that concept in your head no matter what you're practicing, whether you're practicing boxing, whether you're practicing kickboxing, taekwondo, karate. Utilize that concept every once in a while. See if it works for you. If it does work for you, let me know in the comments. All right? Whatever system you work with, let me know in the comments. Tell me the system. Tell me where you're at. Let me know. Interact with me. I want to really talk and work this martial arts thing with you guys out. Let's do it. Let's focus on it. All right. Shout out to one of my good friends that I was just talking to earlier today, Master Wong. You know, shout out to his channel and everything he's doing for the Wing Chun JKD system, including Tai Chi and other things. Today we just had a nice little meditation session, you know, and long distance one together. So shout out to him. Everybody else, smash that like, that subscribe, and that bell notification. Let's hit it. Keep on moving. Practice, practice, practice. We got more techniques just like this one to come here on Street Kung Fu. Hit that subscribe button.